From Iowa's news leader, this is KCCI News Channel 8.
And the tradition continues. Lambchop and Sherry Lewis's daughter Mallory are bringing this wonderful puppet to a whole new generation of fans. You'll meet both of them a little later in the newscast. Welcome back, everyone. Well, for many of us, when we hear the words Lambchop, we don't think of dinner or the Iowa State Fair. We think of a wonderful puppet who captivated audiences more than 40 years ago. Sherry Lewis was the delightful person who brought Lambchop to life. She died in 1998, but Lambchop lives on through the voice of Sherry's daughter, Mallory Lewis, who is appearing at the Iowa State Fair through Sunday. Thank you both for being here today.
Oh, you're so welcome, and I'm really glad you don't think of dinner when you think of me.
I'm glad you're not outside the lamb barn.
I think of dinner. You've been feeding me for years.
That's right. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, is that right?
That's right.
Oh, this is delightful. This, of course, takes me back to my childhood and so many else's. Mallory, thank you so much for being here today. Tell us how Lambchop got started in the first place.
Well, Lambchop got started on Captain Kangaroo. I think it was 1957. Mom had a puppet called Taffy Twinkle, which was a big dummy.
I don't like dummies.
No, we don't like dummies. And the captain said, we love you, but we hate your puppet. What do you have?
And she said, I got a little lamb named Lambchop.
And that was the beginning.
And this is it. Isn't this delightful? And then she kept going. She was performing.
Forever, yes. We performed until Mom had a series called Lambchop's Play Along and Charlie Hart's Music Pizza.
Play Along was better because it was mine.
Yeah, it was yours. And we taped until 6 weeks before she died.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Now, growing up, was there any competition between the two of you?
No. I love my sister Mallory. She's the bestest.
And yeah, and I have no competition with Lambchop because, you know, she's the perfect sibling.
Absolutely. Well, yes, no kidding. Did your mom teach you, or did you just kind of learn?
No, I was my mom's head writer and producer.
You're my head writer.
Yeah, I was your head writer and producer. And then when Mom died,
I said, slap on the naked sister and get out there.
Go for it.
I couldn't imagine a world without Lambchop for my son.
Oh, that's wonderful. Your son is how old now?
My son is 11 years old.
Right.
And he's my road manager.
He's the road manager. And you travel all around, and you've got some very special causes as well.
Yeah, my favorite,
Our
favorite thing to do is to work for the USO. We love performing for the troops. We have Miramar is sort of our home base, but we've been all over the world. We've been to, where have we been?
Okinawa.
Ramstein. And all over the U.S. bases. It's a real honor performing for the troops and their families.
And they love
Lambchop. Of course they do, because they all grew up with Lambchop.
Sure.
And we were at Fort Hood at the Task Force Iron Horse Welcome Home, and Wayne Newton introduced us, said, ladies and gentlemen, Mallory Lewis and Lambchop, and people started lighting their lighters. There were 50,000 people.
Fabulous.
And lighting their lighters, and starting from my right, they started singing,
this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and...
It was amazing. 50,000 voices. I thought to myself, Mom, if you can't hear that, you're not listening.
She should. Isn't that delightful? We're going to introduce a new puppet in a minute, but we want to say we are going to be able to see you at the fun stage.
Yes.
How often?
I am at the Fun Forest stage at the Iowa State Fair. What times?
Noon, 2, and 4.
Noon, 2, and 4. And it's not really a new puppet, but he's making his return after a decade in the doghouse. 12 years of silence since Mom passed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to...
Hush, Tati. Oh, I gotta say, it is so good to be back. You know, I ain't been on television for a long, long time. Oh, I love you, sister.
Oh, dog lips.
Wonderful. So once again, tell everybody where we can find you.
Oh, you can find me at the Fun Forest stage at noon and 2 and 4 o'clock, and I sing my favorite song, Auctioneer.
Auctioneer.
I'm very fast.
Yes, you're very fast, Hush Puppy.
Thank you all for coming in today. We really appreciate it, Mallory. Thanks for keeping the magic alive.
Thank you so much, and thank you for allowing Hush Puppy to debut on your show.
There we go. We're honored. We'll be back with a look at stocks right after this.